In this report, with the help of Torque News Tesla reporter Paul Fosse, we're going to make Tesla 2022 pricing predictions made possible by battery advances and what is going to be based on the battery day coming soon. So in a news story published at torquenews.com, Paul Fosse, Torque News Tesla reporter, says, I'm discussing some of the predictions my friend Warren Redlich about 2022 Tesla pricing made in a recent video. These predictions are based on his expectations for Tesla battery day next week. Welcome back, dear friends. This is Armen Harayan from torquenews.com. If you are here for the first time, please subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you don't miss my next Tesla story. Paul Fosse writes that there are a lot of expectations out there for battery day next week. In fact, the battery day, as I said in my previous report, has been hyped so much in the past almost 1 year, especially in the past 6 months, that there has to be something exciting, something, as Elon Musk put it earlier in a tweet this morning, something insane, very insane. And I'm going to tell you more about that because there is a background which I reported in my previous story this morning. So Paul says that our newest Tesla reporter, Tinsai Aregai, recently brought his expectations for the battery day, and you can find that at torquenews.com/Tesla. But Warren has similar expectations, but takes his analysis and speculation further than what Tinsai Aregai has done at torquenews.com. Today, all the Tesla vehicles use similar battery chemistry. The cell size is different between the Model S and Model X and the Model 3 and Model Y, but all 4 Tesla vehicles that I just mentioned use similar lithium, nickel, cobalt, aluminum oxide batteries, NCA batteries. Warren, in his YouTube, expects that by 2022, Tesla will use 3 different battery chemistries in their cars. First, the lithium iron phosphate LFP batteries have not been used in cars since their energy density has been inferior to NCA batteries. This means for the same amount of power, the batteries both weigh more and take up more space in the car. These batteries have gotten better and they now are good enough that they offer sufficient range for Tesla to start using them in their standard range vehicles. The 2 main advantages of these batteries are first, that the iron and phosphate are cheaper materials than nickel, cobalt, and aluminum. The second advantage is that we mine a lot more of iron and phosphate, so if Tesla buys a lot of iron and phosphate, it is still a small amount of the worldwide demand of these materials, so it shouldn't cause the prices to soar or cause any shortages affecting other markets. The second reason, the existing lithium, nickel, cobalt, aluminum oxide batteries, which are known as NCA batteries, should continue to power most of Tesla's vehicles while minor improvements in range and cost. The third is that the new Advanced Battery Pack, ABP, is a new high-performance battery chemistry. Warren expects to offer higher performance but only have limited availability. The Tesla Model Y has similar price decreases, range increases, and performance increases predicted as we discussed for the Tesla Model 3. So, what do we conclude from this? Paul Fosse concludes that there is a lot more detail in Warren's video, but you can see that the range and the cost projections for a little more than a year from now will rock the market. He says, I have heard the adage that every $5,000 cut in price doubles the addressable car market. If this is true, dropping the $8,000 from $37,900 today, while the average new car goes up about 3% or over 1,000 a year, means that the base Tesla Model 3 will be about $10,000 cheaper than average new car in the United States and have about 4 times the addressable market it has today. This is why Tesla is going from one factory to supply the world, Fremont factory, which is based in Fremont, California, to 4 automotive factories to supply the world, Fremont, Shanghai, Berlin, Austin, which is also known as Giga Texas. Tesla will need about 4 times the capacity as they start to make cars that are more affordable than today's Model 3. Later this week, we will discuss Warren's predictions for 2025, I think after we learn what Tesla unveils at its upcoming Battery Day. Speaking of the Battery Day, last week we saw that a leaked image, which was initially published in a report on Electrek, featured a massive battery cell that was supposedly a product of the Tesla's Roadrunner line, which Tesla is doing in Caddo Road, and is going to show and do a tour to media and stockholders on September 22nd. The publication, Electrek, noted that the image was sent through an anonymous source and confirmed by another independent source. From the get-go, it is evident that the cell is massive, closer in size to a supercapacitor than a traditional battery cell. Initial observations by battery enthusiasts online also point to some radical improvements that such a cell design would bring. Now, what do we conclude from this? What's interesting is that Teslarati.com had a very interesting article discussing this in a title called Tesla Roadrunner Cell Leak Hints That Battery Day Will Be More Insane Than Expected. I reported on that article with credit to them in my previous video on this Torque News YouTube channel. But what was more interesting is that when Teslarati shared that article by Simon Alvarez on Twitter, Elon Musk tweeted back and commented on that saying it will be very insane. So what happened is that Elon Musk did not dispute this battery leak and did not contest it, but said it will be very insane. So we're all looking forward to this. It is very possible that Tesla is working very hard to make its battery production more efficient. Battery prices are coming down. We expect that Tesla will probably announce a battery price drop from something below or at least at $100 per kilowatt hour, which is the parity between electric cars and gas cars, internal combustion engine cars. And if that happens, Tesla will drop its prices in the next 2-3 years, maybe by $5,000 to $10,000, and make, for example, the Model 3 below $30,000, and that will make Tesla cars more affordable and more addressable to larger markets. What are your thoughts about this, friends? What are your expectations from the Battery Day and the pricing of Tesla vehicles in the next 3-4 years? In the meantime, this is Armen Harayan from TorqueNews.com. Please visit us at TorqueNews.com/Tesla for unique, interesting daily Tesla stories, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for daily Tesla news, and ring the bell so you don't miss my next Tesla story coming today. By the way, I'm expecting to have exclusive information from Lucid Motors about Lucid factory. You know that in this channel we actively covered Giga Berlin, Giga Shanghai, and Giga Texas. It looks like I will have a very interesting report coming about how Lucid is building its factory where it's going to produce Lucid Air. This should be very interesting, and look forward to that report, friends. Have a wonderful rest of the day. God bless you. Take good care of each other, and peace be with all of you. See you soon.